Surecomp joins forces with Cleareye.ai. Global provider of trade finance solutions Surecomp has announced a strategic collaboration with Cleareye.ai to provide simplified data from trade documents. Cogo and Personetics join forces. Cogo, a carbon footprint tracking company, has partnered with Personetics, aiming to make it easier for banks to provide their customers with climate-conscious banking solutions. Canada moves forward with open banking framework legislation. The Canadian government has revealed its plans to introduce a legislation to establish the foundational elements of an open banking framework. Laybuy initiates sale process in turbulent market conditions. Buy now, pay later. BNPL company Laybuy has initiated a process to seek potential buyers in the context of turbulent market conditions. Flatpay secures $47 United States MLN Series B funding. Denmark-based payment solutions provider Flatpay has raised $47 million United States in its Series B funding round led by Dawn Capital. Google Wallet to launch in India. Google Wallet has set to launch in India, separate from Google Pay. URBN joins forces with Stripe. Financial infrastructure platform for businesses Stripe has announced its collaboration with URBN in a bid to enable online and in-person retail payments for the latter's brands. Jet expands mobile payments in Germany. Jet, in collaboration with Pace Telematics, has expanded its mobile payment services across its entire network of over 680 stations in Germany. Visa augments payment acceptance for Click-and-Mortar shopping. Visa has transformed the payment landscape with streamlined solutions for seamless click-and-mortar shopping experiences, bridging digital and physical retail. Driivz integrates with Payter for EU AFIR compliance. Driivz, a company under Vontier and part of its Evolve e-mobility portfolio, has announced its integration with payment terminal and payment solution, Payter. Klarna launches its credit card in the US. AI-enabled global payments network Klarna has announced its plans to introduce its credit card in the US, thus working towards expanding its market presence. Prove Identity adds several solutions to AWS Marketplace. US-based digital identity solutions provider Prove Identity has added several of its solutions on the AWS Marketplace to improve customer access and product availability. EDPB's view on Meta forcing users to pay for data protection. The European Data Protection Board, EDPB, has announced that online platforms, including Meta, should not require users to pay for data privacy for ad-free subscriptions. Cryptorefills Labs unveils stablecoin shopping research. Cryptorefills Labs, a prominent entity in the cryptocurrency domain, has unveiled its latest research report titled Stablecoins in Crypto Shopping. The report delves into the burgeoning significance of stablecoins and alternatives to Ethereum's mainnet in facilitating consumer transactions with cryptocurrencies. Norway targets cryptocurrency mining with data center law. Authorities in Norway have revealed their intention to introduce a new data center law aimed at regulating operations within these facilities. Ramp sees valuation bounce back on $150 million raise. Finance automation and corporate credit card startup Ramp has raised $150 million in a funding round co-led by Khosla Ventures and Founders Fund. PayPal Ventures leads $18 million Series A extension in Pliant. PayPal Ventures has led an $18+ million Series A extension for Berlin-based corporate card platform Pliant as it prepares for expansion into the UK. Blair Institute sets out progressive vision for Fintech. If it wins the upcoming UK general election, the Labour Party must harness the Fintech sector as an engine for economic growth, opportunity and inclusion across the country, says a report from the Tony Blair Institute for Global Change. New Zealand consults on digital cash. The Reserve Bank of New Zealand has opened a consultation on the potential launch of a central bank digital currency. TokenEx and IXOPay to merge. Cloud tokenization provider TokenEx has agreed a merger with payments orchestration platform IXOPay. Financial terms were not disclosed. Ant International to establish new business development center in Malaysia, creating 500 jobs. Ant International, a digital payment and financial technology leader dedicated to building an inclusive and sustainable global commerce ecosystem, announced that it will establish a new digital business center in Malaysia, with a focus on tapping local tech talent to drive its global businesses. UniCredit expands Swift GPI to retail clients. UniCredit is now the first and only bank across its core markets to offer Swift GPI on international payments across each of its client segments, from retail clients up to SMEs and multinational corporates, following its recent rollout of the free service in Austria, Italy and Germany. FIME to support setup of UAE's domestic card scheme J1. FIME has been selected by Al Etihad Payments, a subsidiary of the Central Bank of the UAE, to play a key role in the establishment of the UAE's domestic card payment scheme, named J1. Ariza integrates with Digital. Ariza Group, a leading provider of financial software solutions, announces its strategic partnership with Digital, an all-in-one customer experience and data platform. World First unveils global sourcing payments product for B2B payments into China. World First, a one-stop digital payment and financial services platform for global businesses, especially SMEs in international trade, has launched World Trade, a new payment solution for global sourcing to bolster the security and speed of cross-border payment for international small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, that procure goods from suppliers based in China, while ensuring the prompt delivery of products for the SME buyers. Anna Pora joins Paymentology as Chief Revenue Officer. Paymentology, the leading global issuer processor, today announces the appointment of Anna Pora as Chief Revenue Officer. ISDA provides future perspective on Gen AI in the derivatives market. This ISDA Future Leaders in Derivatives, IFLD, white paper sets out guidance for industry stakeholders, regulators and technology providers seeking to harness the power of generative artificial intelligence, Gen AI, in transforming the over-the-counter, OTC, derivatives market. Oz responds to second consultation on technical standards under Digital Operational Resilience Act. In October 2023, we briefed customers on our submission to the public consultation on the first batch of regulatory technical standards, RTSs, made under DORA. Convi acquires Fractable and Diversified. Convi, Europe's leading luxury assets fractional investment platform, has acquired leading alternative investing platforms Diversified and Fractable, bolstering its global user base to 50,000 active users. Alter Domus goes live on Temenos Multifonds platform. Temenos, 6. Tem, today announced that Alter Domus, a leading provider of tech-enabled fund administration, private debt, and corporate services for the alternative investment industry, has gone live on Temenos' automated fund management platform, implementing the solution in under 6 months. Quant House selects BMLL to complement real-time data services with historical order book data. Arrest today announced that its Quant House division has entered into a global partnership with BMLL, a leading, independent provider of harmonized, Level 3, 2-in-1 historical data and analytics for the global equity and futures markets. Police bust cybercrime phishing subscription network. Police have arrested 37 members of a criminal gang that operated a phish for subscription website that duped up to 70,000 UK victims into entering their bank details at fraudulent internet sites. Creditinfo appoints TransUnion veteran John Cannon as Global Chief Commercial Officer. Creditinfo, a global service provider for credit information and risk management solutions, has today announced the appointment of John Cannon as its Global Chief Commercial Officer, CCO. Signicat introduces Instant KYC and Instant KYB for smooth onboarding. Signicat, the leading platform of digital identity solutions in Europe, announces the launch of its new products Instant KYC and Instant KYB. Berenberg selects Kaizen as regulatory reporting assurance provider. One of Europe's leading privately owned banks, Berenberg selects Kaizen as its regulatory reporting assurance provider. Toku secures $9.3 million in funding. US-based recurring payments platform Toku has raised $93 million in a new funding round to fuel expansion in Mexico, Brazil, and Chile. Ferry and BJ's Restaurants launch payroll card powered by Highnote. Ferry has launched a payroll card and instant tip payment solution for BJ's Restaurants, a new card program leveraging Highnote as its issuer processor. Amazon Pay explores credit services on the UPI platform in collaboration with NPCI. Amazon Pay has announced its plans to introduce credit services on the Unified Payments Interface (UPI) platform as part of a deal with the National Payments Corporation of India, NPCI. Klarna to launch its credit card in the US. AI-enabled global payments network Klarna has announced its plans to introduce its credit card in the US, thus working towards expanding its market presence. Commvault acquires Appranix for cloud resilience boost. Commvault, a provider of cyber resilience and data protection solutions for the hybrid cloud, has announced the acquisition of Appranix, a company specializing in cloud cyber resilience. Revolut valuation raised 45% by investor. With its valuation raised 45% by an investor, UK-based Fintech Revolut is pumping $100 million into Mexico as it seeks to cash in on the lucrative Latin American remittance market. AffiniPay expands into Puerto Rico. AffiniPay, the leader in online payments and software solutions for professionals, has announced the launch of its expansion into Puerto Rico for Flatpay and CPA charge. Marqeta to deliver branded debit to early wage access vendor Rain. Marqeta, the global modern card issuing platform enabling some of the world's most innovative embedded finance solutions, today announced its new partner Rain, a financial wellness benefits provider that helps companies give employees greater control over their finances. EU regulators consult on technical standards for Digital Operational Resilience Act. The European Supervisory Authorities, EBA, EIOPA and ESMA the ESAs, launched today a public consultation on the draft Regulatory Technical Standards, RTS, on the conduct of oversight activities in relation to the joint examination teams under the Digital Operational Resilience Act, DORA. Golden Source Data Management Suite now available on AWS Marketplace. Golden Source has announced the launch of its comprehensive data management infrastructure solutions now available on AWS Marketplace, a curated digital catalog that customers can use to find, buy, deploy, and manage third-party software, data, and services to build solutions and run their businesses. Kinstead Wealth signs with Objectway. Objectway, global top 100 fintech provider of as-a-service software and services to banks, wealth and asset managers, has partnered with Kinstead Wealth, a Calgary, Canada-based independent wealth manager serving private individuals and institutional investors. This concludes our current edition of the BayPay Forum podcast. Remember that you can read the full text of each article in our news section on baypayforum.com. We hope to see you tomorrow.